chicken, Super Chunk Steakhouse, onions and apples in the pan, olive oil. We're ready to go. So first things first, I've got a dispatch of a little bit of this extra fat skin. No need to roast that up. I'm just getting that cut off there, and then it's time to sprinkle. So when you're doing this, it's really important to be careful. This is my wet hand. This is just touch the chicken. This is the dry hand with the seasoning. So this is going to touch the chicken. This is going to handle the shaker. That way I don't get chicken stuff on the outside of my shaker. At least this is the way it's supposed to work. I'm going to rub this around. This does have enough salt to be salt, so I don't want to go too crazy with it. I just want to season the outside of the skin. This is one of those master recipes for me. Ooh, hey, I missed a whole flap of skin in there. Holy mackerel. Hang on a second. Got to do another trim job here. All right, done with that. So let's flip this guy over. Now, the way I've got it positioned right now, that's actually breast side down, and that's the way we're going to cook this. So making sure got plenty of seasoning everywhere, on the wings, under the wings, all of that stuff. Now I'm done with the shaker. Now I can put this hand on here. But first things first. You'll notice I'm not using this hand for this either. What I like to do is either keep my hand on the meat or keep my hand up in the air like this, and it kind of reminds me of what I'm doing. So we're going to put this side up first. I'm going to give it a little bit of olive oil so it will get nice and browned on the outside, and then we're just going to throw it in. There we go. It's going to go and roast in the pan for until the legs move freely, and I'll show you what I mean by that later. But we're going to roast it down like this, 350-degree oven. I'm going to go an hour and a half to start, and then we'll check the temperature. All right, we just took this baby out of the oven. I'm going to check to make sure it's done. Oh yeah. So see when the meat comes off like that, it's done. That's perfect. So our chicken is cooked. We've got our whole chicken. What I was looking for was loose bones like this. And then I'm going to take the bones off, and we will make a stock. I'm going to put them in this pan with water and all of the juice. This is the beer, the onions, and the apple that we cooked the chicken in. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and I'll throw that all in there right now. And it's just going to season up the water, and we're going to create a really super flavorful chicken stock. Bone broth, chicken bone broth. Wow, this is cooked perfect. It is literally falling off the bone. Now, a lot of this skin I'm not going to eat. Most of it I'm going to take off because it actually just makes the broth really super fatty. And I'm just getting rid of all of the bones. Hey, okay, so there's a special spot on a chicken. It's like, it must be the lower back. Best piece in the entire chicken. My family, we used to battle over that. So picking the meat off of the carcass is actually a really cool thing for kids to do. They get to be involved in the kitchen, and they can cook for mom and dad. You can easily do this with rotisserie chicken. You don't have to do it yourself if you don't want to, but the recipe's great. I buy rotisserie chicken every now and then. I'm hungry. It smells great. I mean, gosh, if you're at the store and it's 5 o'clock or something like that, and those things have just come out of the oven, it's hard to resist. It's been bubbling for quite a while, so I'm going to turn it off, and then we will drain all of the liquid off of this, and I'll show you how. So in the sink, I've got the pan that I'm going to make the wonton soup in, and I am going to put the strainer over this, and then we'll put the big pieces in from the chicken broth, and then pour the rest of the liquid and let it all strain out, pick the meat off, and we're good. if you look at the strainer, it's pretty full. One more little bunch. Okay. You can see what we've got in there. This all needs to have the meat picked off the bones, and then we'll run the rest of this broth through the same strainer, but the meat will be gone and the bones will be in the trash. And we'll catch all of the extra little chunks. So all the liquid is running out of the strainer and into the pot below, and that's the pot we're gonna cook in.